What's up, my beautiful peeps? Welcome back to Liz Talks Vibes. I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to the new year. I hope that you guys are loving yourselves and that you are finally prioritizing yourself this year. Who's ready for the good vibes? I'm ready for the good vibes, and I'm going to be talking about some recent vibes that I've been dealing with. A lot of growth vibes, a lot of realizations. Recently, I've been wondering why I haven't been able to fully let go of past situations, of people from the past, events, just stuff from the past. I always try to be in the present moment. Thoughts just come up, and then you start thinking about it and thinking about something that had happened, something that someone did to you, and then old feelings start coming up and you start, being in the past instead of being fully in the present moment. You haven't fully let go. You say you let go of certain people, of certain events, that you have moved on, but you haven't fully moved on if those feelings still come up. Maybe you let somebody go physically, but you haven't let them go fully from your heart, from your mind. You haven't detached yourself from their energy. There's still some of their energy inside your energy, and you just haven't fully let go. I said, oh, I already let go of this. I don't care, this and that, right? But thoughts just still kept coming up. And when these thoughts came up, I tried to just switch it up. If it was something that had happened in the past, I'm like, okay, no, I let it go, and I start thinking of something else instead of really getting to the root cause. I just kept thinking about it, and I was like, do I need to do some more healing? Like, what do I need to do? Do I need to meditate some more? I started meditating, I started journaling. I believe in God. I started, I pray every day, but I started praying some more, and I was like, okay, like, how help me to fully let go? Like, how can I fully let go? What do I need to do? And let me tell you, like, when you ask, it gets delivered, like a solution comes, you have to choose, like God came through and then something came up like a test, and I had to decide. When this thing came up, it took me to the past. Well, I took myself to the past because I was trying to make a decision by thinking about it. And when I started thinking about it, I start bringing in the past. Like, oh, but this had happened before. Oh, but this person did that. And, you just start going into the past and going into the past. I wasn't really listening to my feeling. I was fighting it. The options were to decide on my thinking or on my feelings. I wanted to do it, I truly wanted to do it. I wanted to do it. But my thoughts were like, no, don't, because of the past. I thought by saying no, it was kind of me also moving on. But it really wasn't, and it made me realize how resentful I still was, how mad I still was. Not hella mad, but those feelings were still in me, and that's how I'm still attached to the past, how I haven't fully let go. And by me continuing that cycle, I wasn't going to let go at all. But if I just did it out of heart, and this other option was me letting go, but I thought it wasn't me letting go. I thought I was giving into the situation, giving into these people, but it wasn't. It's letting go, because if you say you truly don't care, act on it. You shouldn't be doing the decisions based off the past. If you don't care about the past, what they did to you, if you don't care about this person, then don't bring that into the present. Don't make decisions based off that. I still had these feelings, and I would bring it up. I was bringing up the past, and I was making decisions based off of the past, off of my thoughts. In that moment, I was like, whoa. I decided to break the cycle. I decided to let go of the past by not bringing it into my decision making in the present moment. I decided to act out of heart, to act out of my feelings, not out of my thoughts, because honestly, dude, your mind can fuck with you. It tells you negative things. Yes, people try to be positive. I try to be positive, but it's not always positive, and having negative thoughts, having these negative feelings is part of being positive, because you are acknowledging them. That's being positive, instead of just escaping, instead of numbing your feelings. That's negative. It's okay, these thoughts come up, and your mind can just fuck with you. It can fuck with your feelings, and take over your feelings. I decided to stop with that, and I decided to act out of heart. If I truly wanted to do it and I truly wanted to move on, then I was just going to make the decision out of heart. If I wanted to say yes, then I was going to say yes. Dude, and let me tell you, after, I just felt so happy. You feel this energy weight lifted off of you, like this negativity. It's like you let go. I was so happy I wanted to cry. I was tearing up and I was so proud of myself. And I was like, this is growth. This is growth for me. And I am moving forward. I am letting go. Because letting go is not just saying, oh, I let go. You have to put in the work. And I have put in work. But this was, something that I didn't realize. And I kind of didn't want to accept because of how resentful I still was and how mad I still was at a certain situation. You really need to follow your heart and stop bringing in the past into your present decision making. If somebody fucked you over, if somebody took advantage of your kindness, it makes you feel some type of way. And it makes you more aware of who you want to be kind to, And you're probably like, well, I'm not going to be kind anymore. I'm not going to be kind to people. But you're fighting your kindness. You're fighting your true self. And you're going to start becoming bitter. You start off just by not being kind, ignoring situations, ignoring people. But you slowly start becoming mean. You shouldn't let that prevent you from being kind in the present. Like, you can still be kind, but with boundaries set. That way nobody takes advantage of your kindness. And who you want to continue to be kind to. Don't expect kindness back from anybody. To be honest, if you are being kind to somebody, you shouldn't do it because you expect kindness back. You shouldn't do it like as a transaction. If you want to be kind, be kind. Your kindness is going to return back to you 10 times. Don't let nothing or anyone prevent you from being kind in the present moment, from being happy, from being vulnerable. Don't let them affect you. You learn from that. You learn from it. That's where you set the boundaries. And that's where you're just, yeah, you want to be aware, but you don't want to be mean. You don't want to fight your kindness. You want to let go of that negativity from the past by acting positively now, by acting out of heart, by being your true self. Like when the chance comes up to be kind, you want to be kind. You don't want to bring in a past event, something that somebody did to you in the past from your kindness. You don't want that to prevent you from being kind now, especially if you want to truly be kind. It brings up those feelings. It brings up the resentment, brings up anger, and you don't want that. You don't want those feelings to consume you. You don't want to act on those feelings because then you decide not to be kind because you're resentful and you're mad about the past. And that's not letting go of the past. That's bringing in the past. That's living in the past. You're bringing the past into the present moment. You're also bringing the past into the future, because if you're decision making right now in the present, you might have some decisions to make that consist of the future. And you're still bringing in the past into the future. Like, you are just not letting it go, and you're in this cycle, in this negative cycle, and it's just going to turn more negative and more negative. And I feel like we get caught up in that when we are trying to decide something. You bring in the past, oh, but I have done something similar to this before, or this person did this to me. That happened in the past. Let it go. You are in the present moment. Things have changed. You have changed. You have grown. You know better now. So if you know better, do better and keep being yourself. Be true to yourself. I know that it's important to think about some decision making, but you want to think about it from now, in the present, not from the past, not from things that happened in the past, but now. Like, what do you feel like doing? What do you think is the best for you now, from what you have now, from your knowledge now? But also, don't ignore your feelings. Like, if you feel it's the right thing to do for you, then it's the right thing to do for you. If you don't, then it's not. I'm big on following my intuition. I listen to my intuition, and that's why I try to go with my feelings, because if it feels right, like, it's right. I didn't want to admit that I haven't fully let go, and I was just ignoring certain things, just pushing it away and saying, oh, I'm letting it go, I'm letting it go. And now that I think about it and reflect, like, that wasn't me properly letting it go. That wasn't me really dealing with it. I just have to accept it and admit it and move on. And it's okay if things still come up. Like, nobody's perfect. Feelings are still going to come up, thoughts. Just because somebody fucked you over, it doesn't mean somebody else is going to fuck you over. If you don't learn from that, then probably, yeah. And if you have that mindset where, oh, fuck, this person fucked me over, the next one's going to fuck me over. The next person is going to fuck you over. Set the boundaries so they don't fuck you over, and just have that mentality where, like, not everybody is the same. Just because one person fucked you over doesn't mean everybody's going to fuck you over. Don't bitter your soul and turn negative just because of other bitter souls. Because if you do, you're going to keep attracting other negative people. When you just start working on yourself and be your truest self, you're going to attract people like you, people that are also kind, vulnerable people. So accept your kindness. If you are a kind soul, you are a kind soul, okay? But set your boundaries. Just because you set boundaries doesn't mean that you are mean. I've been called so many words. Rude, a bitch, all these things, cocky, because I have boundaries set, because I speak confidently, I speak what I believe in, and I speak my true self. And it just, it bothers other people when you're confident and when you have beliefs and when you are positive, but let them be. Okay, you keep spreading kindness. Don't let those negative, bitter people affect you. They're miserable with their lives. They lack self-love. Just wish them healing. And keep being kind. Spread kindness. Accept your kindness. Love yourself. Speak good vibes to yourself and speak good vibes to others. Talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace.